All non-believers of God out there, listen to this. So this person's wrote, never did the Anunnaki make humans. Well, actually, here in the ancient text that predates the Bible, my mother, the creature you planned, will really come into existence, impose on him carrying the work, carrying baskets for him. And then it goes on to say, genetically modifying a hominid species here on Earth, and after 6 times they finally got it right. So... so yes, and we've got the fused chromosomes that no other hominid has, which means God didn't do that. Now, interesting, when you ask what God looks like, you get, because you say, well, I don't look like a reptile. Now, the Anunnaki were not reptiles. I'll share that in a second. But you say God made us in his image. Now, here's all images of what people in the past thought God looked like. Okay, remember that white hair, white beard. Now, here is one of the Anunnakis that look like us, and this is what they would have looked like with skin. Yes, the Anunnakis created us. United States Space Force has already been going for a very, very long time, longer than they let you know. They also have craft that we know about that they don't really want us to know about. You may have even seen one of them, the Triangular TR-3B. So this new documentary deep dive is coming out this weekend, which is the 15th of June. 2024. However, you can look at many other documentaries that's already done if you can't wait till Saturday. Just go to ourtruehistory.co.uk, type in what you want, whether it's RH negative blood, whether it's Anunnaki, whether it's the Egyptians, the Norse, the Greeks, Emerald Tablets. I'm just going through some here. Lemurian, Mayan, mermaids, time travel, etc. All these long documentaries you can get to from my website. So if you can't wait till Saturday, go watch some of these other amazing documentaries that other people actually copy my work. So come to me first. I'm the guy. Why am I the foremost expert on the Anunnaki? It's a fair question. So, first of all, we have to narrow it down to how many people actually look into the Anunnaki. There's not that many. Although there's about 9 billion people on Earth, there's only a handful that actually look into the Anunnaki. And out of those, there's only a very, very small percentage that actually look at everything as a whole, because you have to. You really do. Greek gods, Roman gods, Egyptian, Indian, etc. There's only narrows down to probably 1 or 2 people, including myself, that actually look at everything as a whole. And those people that look at everything as a whole copy me. And that's proven. So, for example, Anunnaki Origins on YouTube, they literally took the transcript of one of my documentaries and used it for one of theirs. In other words, they don't know what they're talking about. And on top of that, I have actually debunked. You can go watch the videos just on TikTok. Scroll all the way down to the ones in yellow writing, you'll see. And it says, why follow me? And it shows me debunking historians, it shows me debunking other researchers, lecturers from museums, etc. And I do all of this with evidence, because I have been researching for 40 odd years, and I do everything with evidence. And so, unfortunately, I'm not saying that I debunk them because I want to or anything like that. I'm just saying that because I'm quite, I'm crap at loads of things, but one thing I'm good at is remembering and using my intellect to connect things that no one else has connected. On top of that, if you go to my website, you'll see a huge list of mysteries that's been solved. I've solved where Atlantis is, with evidence of a sunken city in concentric circles in the right place where it's supposed to be, with Thoth's temple, blah, blah, blah. I've also worked out why Stonehenge is exactly where it is, because it's in the middle of nowhere. I've worked out, just go look at my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk, and you'll see that no one has even come close to anything. Well, no one. So without sounding big-headed, someone's got to be the best at something, and it's not me being big-headed, just that one falls on my shoulders. You guys are probably better than me at a billion things, but on this, I am the foremost expert when I can debunk everyone else, prove things with evidence that no one else has ever worked out. I've worked out who the Norse gods were as Anunnakis. I've worked out what the frost giant was from the Norse stories. I've worked out who Kronos really was, and I actually rewrote history, because just watch my videos, you'll see what I'm on about. So yes, very big-headed, egotistical, but crap at loads of other things. So just, that's it really, I'm afraid. Sorry. Ancient Aliens, the TV show. The problem is no one seems to bother doing their own research except for me anymore. Have a listen to this and I'll explain why.
if you believe the work of the late Zechariah Sitchin, where he believes that the Anunnaki came from a planet that is somewhere out in our solar system, and that they came here to mine for gold, but they figured they're not going to do the work themselves.
So he's saying that Zechariah Sitchin is the only one that came up with all this conclusion. However, if you actually look here at the ancient text, Enki's Journey to Nibiru, so Zechariah Sitchin spelt it with an extra I, and so did the Moorhens, who also did translations. Again, like I say, no one seems to do any bother doing any research these days, except for me. Anyway, they had a shrine here on Earth for Nibiru, as it's translated in other tablets, not necessarily with the extra I. So I've done a whole documentary on showing that Nibiru is actually Nibiru. Now, on top of that, I've also done a documentary. It's on YouTube. You can just go down and look for it. It's Our True History, Proof Anunnaki Were Here. So just type in that if you want to look. And this is based off of tablets before Zechariah Sitchin was even born. We're talking back in 1901, 1902. The actual books were published, and I've done a documentary showing all of the evidence that Zechariah Sitchin collated. Remember, Zechariah Sitchin did not say he translated any of this. So it was already done. Now, on top of that, where George Norrie was just saying that Zechariah Sitchin claims that they came here, created us to do the work for them, here's an actual translation here of Enki and Nimna, where it literally says they're going to get us to basically having carrying their baskets, etc. So follow me in. I don't know. History Channel's good and Ancient Aliens is good, but if you actually want the evidence, I don't know. I know I sound big-headed. I just get very frustrated that no one else bothers doing the research and putting the effort in, and just keeps referring to Zechariah Sitchin when it wasn't him. He said it wasn't him. Anyway, there you go, guys. The universe has 11 dimensions, according to this person that's done zero research. So how does this person know that what the other dimension isn't just the other end of our universe? Does it have a sign saying you're actually in dimension number 4 now? Or does it say, welcome to the end of the universe, it looks like a different dimension? So I've asked for evidence, but I'll never get it, because obviously there is zero evidence that we have for that. However, this person also then said Anunnaki were multi-dimensional beings now. And then at the end of that comment, they wrote, go research. Now, they probably don't realise I am the foremost expert on Anunnaki. So I'll ask this person, please post on here, or do a video stitch with the evidence that the Anunnaki were multidimensional beings. Now, we do have text saying that they come from a planet here in our solar system, but I want that evidence. You show me it now. Alien elongated skull. Hang on, listen to this, very important, you'll catch on. So, in the National Library of Medicine, it says from an article in 2013 that it says basically you can't get a missing sagittal suture that would create an elongated skull. That's what it says. And this is peer reviewed. It goes down and shows all the people, etc. That was 2013. However, same place, National Library of Medicine, in 2024, January, they've produced this article. So with a hand-drawn image of a baby with zero sagittal suture, because the alien ones do have, or well, I'm not going to say alien ones, the ones that's not human don't have a sagittal suture and also have an elongated skull. So this article here basically says, aha, a baby can have an elongated skull if it's missing a sagittal suture, but it's not peer-reviewed. You can probably guess they've added this now to cover alien skull. We are de-evolving. So this gentleman here, I'll just play a bit of the video and you'll see what I'm on about. You know that Ragnarok actually already happened about 10,000 BC. I can show you.
My man, please do not come up with fake evidence, okay? That's just firstly fake. The reason why I can tell you is because none of these things have actually been proven.
So he's saying that where I offer evidence, which he clearly didn't go and watch, he's saying that in order for something to be real, it has to be proven. So in other words, I'm the person that's proven it, so someone has to prove it, and hands up, I've done it. So he's not looked at it because no one else has said it's been done. So in other words, if someone can actually prove something, this guy will never ever look at it because he needs someone else, and yet that other person he won't look at it either. Oh, help. Evidence the Anunnaki were the gods in the Bible. 0 people. I mean, just go look at all my posts. 0 people of faith actually have any faith in the belief that they have. So I offer the evidence to show that the Anunnaki were the gods in the Bible. 100% evidence. And any religious person, I always say to them, would you like to see the evidence? And they change the subject, or they say no. Now, I don't know about you, but if someone said to me, and I had 100% faith in what I say, I will watch their evidence and I will try and debunk it. If I can't debunk it, so be it. In this case, this person would not have been able to debunk the evidence that the Anunnaki were the gods in the Bible, because we have the evidence there. If you're interested, let me know and I'll show you where it is. But it's funny that people of faith have no faith. I just don't get it. None. No one ever has said yes. Wow, this person's at it again. So he's already said that I said many things which I've never ever said. And now he's saying that you lie all the time because you say angels didn't fall. No, I've never said that. I've said angels are messengers. That's a fact. You can't change that. That's what it is. Hebrew word for messenger is angel. Regarding the fallen angels, I keep saying the fallen angels were the Ajiji. So you'll never be able to find what you've said that I've said, because I've never said what you say, because you're just making up crap. Oh, why do I bother? Why? People are so silly. Don't hate me for this. One of my followers asked me to watch a video because he's fed up with people that don't actually do proper research. So he wanted me to look at it and show where the errors are.
That the RH negative people are the survivors of the Atlantean civilization. They're the descendants of the survivors of Atlantis, because the concentration of the RH negative blood type is in that area.
So first of all, the problem is this guy would then need to have the control of an Atlantis person, in other words, the blood type control, to know that the RH negative come from there. So all he's done is assumed that because there's RH negative in a clump, therefore it belongs to Atlanteans, which we know is not how you do research. Anyway, the actual most area that has the highest concentration of RH negative is the Basque, which is in Spain, just up here. Now you could say, okay, well maybe Atlantis is there, because he did say that it was in the same area as Atlantis. So have we got any Atlantis people saying anything from there? We've got all of these places that people say that is Atlantis. Unfortunately, none of those actually have a city that's sunken with Thoth's temple, because Thoth was an Atlantean. None of them's got any of that, except for me. Now, I've already done my homework, and if you click on my profile name at the top there, my image, and just go to here, yes, I actually show you with evidence where Atlantis is, and it is not where the Basque people are. So in fairness to the gentleman that did the video, he does at the end sort of caveat himself by adding the word all gods. And so yes, the Anunnaki were the ones that physically bred with the Homo sapiens to create Homo sapiens sapiens. And I believe that the blood type, because it came from the Middle East, at the same time as the Anunnaki physically bred with the Homo sapiens to create Homo sapiens sapiens, which were the demigods direct off of Anunnaki and humans. That's where we get the blood type from, not from Atlantis. And also, if you watch my amazing documentary on Atlantis, you'll find out that Atlanteans were actually the Anunnaki anyway. So yeah, there you go. So this is the danger you have, ladies and gentlemen. So this person says that the Ajiji were the slaves of the Anunnaki. Now, I've got the evidence that they weren't. They were just the sons of Anunnaki, as it says in the Bible. I've got all the evidence. You can just go to my website, outtruthhistory.co.uk, scroll down on the homepage to where it says click here, you'll see the evidence. Anyway, this person said that the evidence that they were slaves to the Anunnaki is in the Epic of Gilgamesh. I'm asking this person, please do a video link or reply on here with the actual passages that says that the Ajiji in the Epic of Gilgamesh were slaves. Now, we're going to wait a very long time until the end of the universe, but hey. And when you also wrote it's all over the internet, that's because stupid people copy other stupid people. They do, unfortunately. So you're now listening to stupid people. So if you want the actual true evidence, sorry, come to me. Why do people make up crap? So this person says, you keep thinking those fake gods aren't fallen angels. First of all, their race name, the Anunnaki's race name is God, so they're not fake. That's their race name, so you can't fault that. Then you wrote, you keep thinking these fake gods aren't fallen angels. I've never said that. I've always said that the Ijiji, which actually translates into watchers in the sky, which is your watchers, were the fallen angels, because we've got the Sumerian text as well as the Bible that says the sons of God, which were the young Anunnaki, which were called the Ijiji, were the fallen angels. I don't know where you get this crap from. And that you think angels are demons. I've never ever said demons were real. And I've always said angels are messengers. So in other words, and then you wrote debate me. So in other words, you've probably watched one video and made up a load of crap and thought that you'd be able to outsmart me. Unfortunately, one of us was slightly smarter than the other one.
All ancient civilizations depicted a flat Earth under a dome.
No, they did not, because if they did, you would have been showing those same images that you're talking about that depicts the flat Earth with a dome over the top. But instead, you're actually showing computer-generated images, AI images, which means you don't have the original images to say that they actually was depicting a flat Earth with a dome, because they never did. If you want to follow me, because I don't lie, I won't mess around with you guys, I tell you the truth, and I'm damn good at it. There is your God from the Bible. Yes, he was an Anunnaki, and yes, this is a children's world's first book that actually has not only evidence, but it talks about the Anunnaki coming here, doing all the things that they did, which is in the Bible if you know how to read the Bible properly. And so this book's a children's book with evidence. At the bottom of every single page, it even tells you the years, etc., that things were happening. And so that's the actual ark there. So when you look at the other kids' books that's got Noah's Ark in it and it's got a giraffe sticking out the window, no. And again, the actual ark with evidence, there's all links to evidence and everything else like that down the bottom of every single page. So this is an amazing children's book, world's first, and this is just the sample version I've just been sent finally. I've done it so you know it's going to have factual information in it. And as soon as it's available for sale, I will let everyone know. So I'm really excited by it. Thank you.